So one more person. I'm waiting on my brother Bryant Stacks to come in. Other, so 777, are you considering what sectors you're interested in investing in? For example, whether it be the health sector, technology, electric vehicles, EV, all types of things. Did you have a particular thing that interests you? Stacks, welcome, my brother. Welcome. Let me know whenever you're ready to join, bro. You know, I'll get you in here. C's, my brother. C's, we may get you in here first, C's. You don't got to get on camera, but I just want you to share some of your journey because we have 777 who's already health, the vaccines. Okay, so you're interested in the vaccines? Okay, energy vehicles, that's good. All right, I'll talk a little bit about the vaccines and why that might not be the best direction, but there are things around those vaccines that you can make a lot of money from. Definitely. Energy vehicles, as you can see, Elon took Tesla from $70 to $800 in 1 year. So energy vehicles are hot, and anything that's connected to Tesla as competition or as an assistant component is going to be soaring as well. C's, I'm gonna get you in here, bro. I just want you to give 777 a little rundown. Introduce yourself before I bring Stacks on. Unless C's dipped off. C said, "No way, not doing it." Yeah, I'm gonna get you on, Stacks. I'm gonna get you on, but I just want to I want to bring C's on for one moment. Let him talk about his wins and his losses, and then we'll go into your wins and losses. But really, wins and lessons is what I truly call them. So we'll go through the wins and lessons, and then we'll make sure that we can proceed from there. But you know what? If C's is gone, let's just get you in, and we'll go through your wins and we will go through yours, and maybe he'll sign on. Not going live, brother. Yeah, but you don't have to go live, C's. Only thing you got to do is put your phone down and just talk for me, okay, bro? You don't gotta put your face on camera. That's fine. Is that cool? Welcome, my brother Stacks. I'm sorry, my bro.
Now you
Sorry. You guys like to get anxious on me at the last minute all the time, so I gotta
so
I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Stacks,
what's up?
when you first said we were coming on live, you looked at me like I was crazy. And I could see you through the phone, right?
Yeah.
And then the next time we talked about going on live, we were cool, right?
Yeah. It's becoming
Literally in one session you realize we need to do what we need to do, right? So I'm not gonna put anybody in a bad predicament, C's. So you just put your phone down and just share your wins your lessons, and we'll move on from there, bro. Is
oh,
that cool?
yeah. I'm just pulling up my Weibo account. Make sure.
Yeah. So what we do, guys, before I normally start getting into anything is I like to go over everything with the team and see what wins that we had throughout the market, throughout the week, what we might have learned. Um, Learning to me sometimes does involve losing, unfortunately. So we tend to learn a lot of those lessons inside of the market by losing. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to my brother and see how he fared this week.
Okay, I got it now.
All right, you cool?
Yeah, I say my biggest lesson for this week was the whole GME, GameStop, AMC fiasco. Um,
Mm,
I knew that we were up at a certain profit point with all the hype behind,
mm,
and then everything that transpired after the GME fiasco, I lost those profits because I was holding. I didn't lock in my profits. So I'm not gonna go into the specifics of what stocks, but there were several that I could have retrieved my profit and just ride the wave of whatever happened in the market.
So what would you do differently next time? Like, have you built anything inside of your strategy to say, okay, this is what I'm watching out for next time in order
Oh yeah,
to avoid similar pitfalls?
oh yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna be up by 4 a.m. That's where the most activity you're gonna find in the markets. It sounds crazy
Mm,
at 4 a.m., but a lot of people are up at that time placing orders, driving price up,
mm,
or it could be reversed. They're driving price down because they're trying to get in for a bargain price. Uh,
mm.
at that point, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday that I could have locked in profits and whatever news that was affected the markets in a negative manner. I could have been all right. Um,
Hmm.
I lost about
If you would have just took something.
yeah,
Oh, tell them what it was. Tell them you gotta talk about the loss. What you
yeah.
lose?
I mean, this is just part of trading. Sometimes you're gonna take losses.
We
Um,
take wins and we take losses.
exactly, but it makes you better in
Mm.
the sense that you know what to look out for. Something similar.
That's if you don't soak in the loss. You see, if you don't soak in it, you take the time to go ahead and figure out how to get around it the next time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Definitely, definitely. So I just want to offer a piece of advice in those instances is that, you want to start monitoring price levels, okay, and dealing with major lines of support. So when prices are soaring on an item, right, and say you see something going from $1 to $2, right? In order for that stock to go into $2, the entire mind of the market has to change and agree that it should be $2. So that right there should tell you that each and every dollar is a fight in the market, right? Because every single time it goes into a new dollar position, it has to get the buy-in from the market. And if you don't get a strong buy-in, what you'll see is when it goes from $1 to $2, it's going to go 1, 2, 205, 208, 206, 203, 210, 211, and then come back down. If you know you're standing at $2, it's gonna crash through $2 and go to $2.40, $2.30. You know what I mean, Stack? So what you could have did was taken advantage of your price levels. So we know we got major price levels. One, part 1, 2, 5, 10. Oh, 20. Whoa, that's a big one. We're gonna talk about that, bro. You definitely get on the line and chopping up about that one. So 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, 75, 100 are all major, major lines of support. Like the entire market has to believe in order for it to go in any of those places. So from a penny stock to become a dollar stock, how much of a fight have you seen before, Stacks? What, months? 3 months? 4 months? 5 months? Before a penny stock that's supposed to be a good one can come out of the penny land?
It could take between 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, now in this market, it could take. That's why I'm here, because in this particular market, in 2 weeks, it's doing it. But normally, you would sit around for a bit, 2 months, 3 months, and it would normally start going to the next
Oh
level.
yeah, yeah, sure. It
Right.
picks up some traction.
So, welcome everybody that's joined right now. Just to give you a brief idea where we are is we're in the introductory period of our call where we come together as a team and we discuss our losses and our wins and we describe our lessons and the way we want to move forward. That way, instead of losing and panicking, we're losing and managing and preparing for our next step. We don't have to worry about losing here. You only lose when you sell a stock for a loss. That's the only time you really lose. Did you sell that stock for a loss, Stacks?
No.
So right now, his employee just didn't show up to work. That's all. You know how that goes. So maybe you're doing two things now. You got to do a little something extra to compensate for him disappearing, right? So that's what we come here together. That's why we diversify. We don't put it all in one basket. So let's talk about some wins, Stack. Unless you got something for me you're trying to show me. I see Jag. You know I love to see that. I love to see Jag. My goodness.
Hey, we want to pull up that chart.
You want to pull up the chart that you took the loss on? That's fine. Whatever you want to go for it.
Okay.
That's it. Come down a little bit for me. Like it's too high in the screen. No, go to the right. And are you trying to show me the chart?
Yeah, you want to look at JagX?
JagX on my own. I got my computer here. Hold on. Sorry guys if I'm looking away from the camera. I'm just pulling up the chart, so make things easier. But you should pull it up. Now I want you to talk about the play that you lost that you felt that you lost your ride on.
That was BlackBerry.
Okay, so pull it up. Everybody, BlackBerry right now is one of the stocks that's a part of the whole entire thing that you're hearing on the news, Wall Street bets, where they considered certain companies from the past and they decided that they were going to inject them with a lot of money and ensure that they become a part of this new economy by giving them enough money to be a part of it. And so Stacks happened to be a part of BlackBerry, which is one of the stocks that had a tremendous growth. Let's just start with the growth first. What did it do, and when did you get in?
I got in around 1360, but that's on my Robinhood account, so I can't.
That's fine. Whatever it is, just talk it out. So you got in about 1360, and where'd you take it?
And it got to a high of 23. Hold on, it got to a high of 28 on the 22nd.
28.
And I did not lock in profits.
Now, if anybody was listening to what I said, right? If anybody was listening to what I said, what would be the major line that he could have sold out at? If he went to 13, right? He crossed 20, roaring, and then he crossed 25, roaring. Where was that major line? I'll give it to you. If you can't give it to me, I'll give you guys 10 seconds while he's speaking. Go ahead. So you got to 27, and now you're back at
14.
14. All right. 26, Big U. Okay, I'll take 26, but I'm talking major line of support. So the major line of support where the entire market's eyes peeked up and said, oh my goodness, what's going on, was $25. Good job, Joe. Perfect, brother. $25. So once that thing crossed $25, that's exactly the time you want to start paying attention and saying, okay, did I cross $25 with some velocity, or did I cross $25 kind of like, maybe I don't deserve to be here, right? So when it crossed $25, look at where the market quickly brought it back. What's that number? The end of the red candlestick. So the red candlestick is where they started selling off from where Stacks took the ride all the way up to $27. Where did it end off? Where did they take it all the way down to just from that first movement? No, the first red candlestick right beside that one. Beside your run up, that one. Yeah. Where'd they go right back to? What number?
25.
So guys, I don't have to see the chart. I can't see the numbers. I just know the levels. You understand? I know the levels, and by knowing these levels, I can tell you when to hop out of there. You understand? Yeah, you might have missed 27, but just knowing your levels, the second you would have seen it going down 25, you would have said, okay, obviously it didn't like being up here, because if it liked being up here, it would have rested at 26, 27, 28, showing that it was ready to start conquering the next minor line of support, which would have been $30, and then going into 35 and 40 territory. So it's showing that it's weak at $25. So once you spot that weakness, time to pull out, especially if it's a short-term play. Short-term plays only, guys, for this. So if that's a short-term play, you're pulling out of there. It's $25. You hit your mark. Where'd you take it from 13 to $25, which would have been about 70%, right? You were up 70%, weren't you?
Yeah.
Look at that. So he's up 70% and gave it all back, unfortunately. Level. And I'm not talking about Meek Mill's song, just levels. Just there's levels in the market. Right? So now he knows. Now I promise you, when he sees that again, and he sees that type of run up, he didn't have to sell it all. He could have just took a portion. Now, how many shares, if you don't mind me asking, if not, I'll just come up with an example. Stacks.
Mm-hmm.
How many shares did you have?
I got 4.
Okay, so he had 4. So if he would have sold 2 of those shares, right now, he would have sold 2 and made 70% on those 2, and the other 2 would be waiting for the next run up. So the other 2 would still be patiently waiting. Because just because it got stuck at 25 doesn't mean it doesn't have the potential to get to 30. It just didn't have the velocity that day. So wins. Let's go to wins, Stacks. What did you get any wins this week?
Sundial.
Sundial. Yeah, that was a good one. That's SNDL for everybody that's looking for an affordable play at the present moment that's connected to all the major hype, right? All this hype. So my team and I, we're already built around buying the rumor and selling the news. So right now, the rumor has overtaken the news, unfortunately. It's like, so everything is in reverse as opposed to the way we used to do things, because I don't know if you understand this, but right now, the market belongs to the people. And while it's in our hand and they're still trying to figure out how they're going to take it out of our hands, there are a couple of different plays that are on the map that have a lot of potential. SNDL. Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna pin that. SNDL, Sundial. Cannabis, right?
Yeah.
Stacks?
Yes.
It's a cannabis play, guys. It's in the cannabis sector. I want to say it's trading at $1 plus, but I could be off. What is it?
Is that 85? I mean, excuse me,
85.
81 cents.
Oh, that's a good number. That's a good spot, because now listen to what I told you guys. So at 80 cent, right, when it goes to $1, right, that would be considered about a 30% movement, right? Now remember, I told you it should crash through the dollar, or at least run through the dollar. And if it runs through the dollar, it'll go to $1.10, right? So if it goes to $1.10 and then now travels to $1.20, it's showing I belong in dollar land, right? And if it gets to $1.25, good. But now if you see it started coming back and it's at $1.10, $1.11, $1.12, it's showing a little bit of weakness, go ahead and sell a little bit. Don't be afraid to take profit, because at that point you would have been at about 45% in profit instead of just watching. You know, the market just wants you watching. It doesn't want you prepared. Am I wrong or am I right, Stacks?
That is correct. They want just passive traders.
They just want you to put your money in there and walk away and have no idea how much money you can make in the matter of 20 minutes if you just properly navigate the market. You really could. There are plays all over the place. Like, just for instance, so you see the play where you see that super big red candlestick right there, Stacks. No, the other one. That one, right? So that's telling you see where the market, tell me the bottom of the green candlestick before it. I can't see the price. Yes. What's that?
46. 46.
So it started at 46 cent, did a run up to, looks like about what, 70 cent? No, not that one, the top of the green one. So show when the buyers still had control. Buyers in the
85.
green. About 95, you said?
85.
85? So they brought it all the way up to 85 cent. What time was that, Stack?
I got this on the, hold on.
Yeah, I seen it at the bottom. I'm seeing the bottom in the black.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, What they don't want to tell you, what's the big secret? I'm going to give it to you, and you just landed here, is time. Time is pivotal in this market if you want to make plays that you hear about those traders making when they say, "Oh, I made $10,000 in 15 minutes." This is how. Literally, all you want to do as you start to enter into this, before you start learning anything else, learn about the time of the market. Learn about what time they open, learn about what time they close, learn about their aftermarkets, learn about London markets, learn about Germany's market. You want to know what time each and every market opens because they all impact ours in some form or fashion. Now, go ahead, Stack.
I don't have anything else, but
No, I was going to ask you, what was the high? You said it was, I want to know what time it was. You said it was 85 cent was the high, and I want to know what time it was.
that was
When
back.
it was,
That was back in November, bro.
oh, it happened in November. Oh, so you got a day up? Put
Yeah,
the
the
15
day.
minute up, bro. All right, that's another thing, guys. So right now we're on a 1 day chart. So this is an overview of what the stock has been doing. In order to properly trade it the way I'm talking about, you want to be narrowed in a bit. So you want to narrow in 4 hours, 15 minutes, 5 minutes when you buy it, right? But 15 minutes is where I like to kind of, like, I can see where all the dead bodies lay in 15 minutes, pretty much. I don't need to see it by the moment. So you can see here, right? That pull up. What time was that pull up, Stacks? That first one, the first major one, the one with the major wick.
9:45.
So literally, somebody walked into the office, tell them what time, where was the low, where was that original low at?
81
The
cents.
one right before. No, the candlestick right before. Yep, that one. What's that candlestick's price?
This one right here.
The one below it, the one at the bottom. Yeah, yeah, that's what.
That was at
What was
60
it?
cents.
So 60 cent, and where did they take it to? By 9:45?
To 81.
No, at the very top of the candlestick, isn't that like $1.30 something?
Oh, okay. Yes, $1.36.
So do you understand what happened? Look at what time it was. What time was that candle that was all the way at the bottom that you said was like 40 something cent? What time was that? So if you would have brought it at 4 o'clock the day before, right? 4 o'clock the day before, when you walked in within the first 15 minutes, in order to get to $1.30, that would have been 300% return. 300%, people. They want you to put your money in the bank every year in a retirement fund for 10%, 8% return, 7%. They sell you ETFs, all of these dreams, and look at what somebody did in 15 minutes. He walked in the door and literally pop. As soon as it hit those levels I'm talking about, $1.10, $1.20, $1.30, oh, it's coming back. He sells out $1.25. Walks out there. He literally leaves the office that day. Nothing else to do. While everybody else is fighting and wondering this is going to go back up again. No, it's not. So now the pullback happens, right? And the first pullback you'll see is the one that happens after the market gets involved, which is probably around 10 o'clock, right? And they're starting to pull the price back down because they all want to get involved. So it's like a ball dropping. You see how the ball falls and it makes a hard impact when it first falls, and then you just see the little ball bouncing away. You see and then eventually you're going to see all of the traction go back up again, right? You see the cliff, like a little cliff, like somebody pushed something off the cliff, and then the ball hit the bottom, and then it bounced up, and it's like how a ball falls, and that was settling. That's consolidation. Right, Cal? So they all trying to get around the price because they waiting for the next run-up. And the next run-up is probably going to happen on Monday. And unfortunately, unless you would have had money in it, you won't. You might miss it unless Stacks, like he said, you up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you chase it, which is, fine by me. There's nothing wrong with it. So, win, Stack. There was the last one, Sundial.
Yes.
All right, so that was a good one. That was a good one, bro. because you're sitting in something pivotal right now. Like I just told you guys, this one has the potential. Like, why don't you check the level 2 on that one? You got any way to check the level 2, or do I need to pull it up on my phone somehow? Level 2 is on Webull. Here, let me see if I can get it up. Hold on, guys. I may look a little crazy, but I'm gonna pull up something that could tell you where people are willing to buy Sundial right now, so you can get an idea of the potential you're sitting on. Okay? Now I can't promise you this will happen, but I can promise you there's orders sitting right here. And not only does Stacks have money here, so does everybody probably in my team. I would say give or take, right, Stacks? I think everybody's in except maybe Cal due to certain restrictions. So everyone's in. And I'm checking the level 2, guys, and that's gonna tell me where all the orders. Oh, I don't have access to it. So they got it. They got the level 2, I guess, closed off for because of the weekend. But I'm sure there's probably orders all the way up to $5, $10, $15 on this one. To be honest with you, because people piled into it. What was the volume, Stacks? What was the volume?
On closing?
No, yeah, no, for the day.
It says here 44 million.
44 million. So, guys, it only takes 2 million to make a penny stock go crazy. You understand? That one's at 44 million. It's not over. Biggie, you can ask any questions you want, my brother. Anything you want to know, my bro. So the fact of the matter is, this right here is sitting in the prime position to pop again. Can you see it, Stacks, or do you think I'm telling a lie to the people? Do you
Nah,
see what I see?
I see the consolidation.
And you see it happen. Show them it happening the day before, where the first break happened.
So I'll go on
Before that big break. No, yeah, that's the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before it ran all the way up. I'm talking about before it ran up. So I don't know, you did something with the chart and it changed a bit.
I put
But
it
right before
daily.
it, no. Keep it on 15. We're not going to attack any dailies unless we're talking about long-term buying. All right. So come back to where it went all the way up, where it did a super surge and it broke the market from aftermarket to pre-market. You see how? All right. So go back a little bit. Go back just a little bit right there. So you see do you see that? Hold on, because I can't see it. Like, move it just a little bit more to the right for me, Stacks, because I got everybody like right here. All right. So you see how as it's going up the cliff, every time it makes a new level, the price pulls down. Go down, go down, Stacks, and follow it with your arrow. Go down to that. Go down, 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 down. No, bro, to the right. You going back? Just go down. Like go down to the thing that happened below it. Yes, right there. So that wave, that little wave, is that big wave you see up there, just in a smaller display. You see it? You see how the green goes all the way up and then it pulls back down. The price consolidates to a certain level. Then it does another pull up and goes all the way up and it consolidates to a certain level until you get a lot of velocity and then you see that breakout. You see that breakout? Show them the breakouts. That's where there's no, right. It breaks out and then boom, stock is going absolutely crazy. And now this is them consolidating it now at a larger level because it made such a large gain. And you see all of that action happen where the market didn't have any opportunity to buy and sell in the morning. You see it? Show them the gap. Go back a little bit. Like, go to the left. Sorry, bro. Yeah. And you see that gap? That gap right there shows where the market had to get back to, and they wanted to do business. Go all the way in the gap, and you'll see all the traffic that consolidated to go in that gap and fill that position right there. Yep. And now you'll see the market, they went all back. So once the market goes back and starts filling the position, then they all are getting prepared to take the next ride up, like we are, and I'm hoping that you are too. So For anybody that's just joining, we're talking about the stock SNDL, Sundial. It's a cannabis stock. It recently went from 45 cents up to $1.30 on the high on Friday. And right now we're sitting at 81 cents, you said, Sachs?
Yes.
We're sitting at 81 cents. So we're sitting at 81 cents, and I believe that this one has the potential to strike further. So if you're looking for something that's affordable and you're like, okay, let me see if I'm capable to do something in this market, because this will show you. Because you'll see it may come down a little bit, it may go up, it may take some time, but you can get your feet wet, and it wouldn't take you a lot of money to see the potential of the market. Now, I'm going to just give it a second because I want to read this question Big U has before we proceed. I bought a stock 10 years ago, and PayPal bought the company. I thought the company ceased their business, but I still have stock in it. In 7 years, nothing happened, and Friday the stock went up. Okay? So explain a little further. What's the question? It's a beautiful thing, because that's what I'm trying to get my whole team to understand. I want my whole team to understand that we're going to walk away from a lot of these stocks, and they're just going to pop one day, and you're going to wake up to $50,000 in your account. You don't know how it happened. And you're like, oh yeah, about 5 years ago, I made a trade and kept 100 of those, and look at this. But you have to properly strategize the market in order to do that. So, C's, do you mind if I get you on just to tell that story real quick, and then we move on, Stacks and I, into the order of business?
He's getting on the live.
Yeah, I just want him to get on the live, and you don't have to get on the call. When a company gets brought out, I thought they cease business. To be honest with you, I'm not versed in that, my brother. I would have to look deeper into that and get back to you, because I don't know if that's always the case. You know, I don't know if that's always the case. Like, one thing in business, there's nothing that's like set in stone. That's business. Business is meant to be kind of negotiated, and that's what business is. So I don't know, it depends on the deal they structured, I'm sure, and all of those various components. But I'll look into it, and the next time I see anything about it and I see you connected, I'll remember, and I'll tell you what I found out. Their companies, they did a pump and dump there. That was a pump and dump. Is it already back down? Big U, did they already bring the company back down? Because if the company's already back to sleep, then that more than likely was a pump and dump. Yeah, no problem, Big U, no problem. All right. Sees you here, bro? Or you not coming on? Tell me if you're not coming on, because I'll move on, bro. Don't worry about it. All right. I guess C's no good. All right. What I want you to pull up, since you got charts up, I want you to pull up what I wanted to talk about most importantly today. Let's talk about, I'll give you some of my wins and losses before I go even further. Wins, just general overall entire portfolio was a big win for me. Meaning, what do you mean, Big U? Meaning what does a pump and dump mean? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. A pump and dump means that like a group of investors slash shady characters get together and they pump a price up on a stock, and they get a whole bunch of people interested in the stock, right? And they know that 9 times out of 10, these new investors, they don't know much about the stock. They don't know that the company may be solvent or it may be dissolved or whatever the case may be. And they drive the price up. They all sell out, and then they jump out and leave all of those people holding the bag, because that stock will never go back to that price again. If you want, we could pull it up. What's the ticker, Big U? Let's look at it. But for now, I want you to pull up silver on no, you can do it in no, don't do it in there. Go back to where you were. I'll give you the ticker. You don't want to change the way they're viewing it. Go back to trading view, and the ticker is going to be AUGUSD. I'm just going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
What's it called?
AUD. AUG. I'm sorry. A as in Apple, U as in University, G as in Gary, USD. All one thing. That should be silver on. My fault, bro. XAG. It's XAG USD. Sorry, brother. TCHH. All right, bro. We're going to check it out after I'm done telling you guys about silver. All right. 15-minute, bro. Let's do the 15. I need to see what they've been up to because I haven't monitored silver in a while. I actually was really big into silver, but a lot is going on in the market right now. But I do see that there is a movement to raise the price of silver. I don't know if you guys are observing. It's all over the internet, everywhere. People talking about buying silver up, right? And if they buy silver up, the scarcity will force the price up. And once that price is forced up, we can take advantage of it. So right now, I'm coming at it from a Forex angle, right? I'm coming at it from a Forex angle, 26. I see the price. So silver right now is at 26,991. That looks like consolidation to me, though. Let me see, pull back a little bit to the left. Let me see how it ran up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're consolidating, y'all. So they're consolidating for the next strike. So that means that silver is more than likely going to go up. And based on what I'm thinking, it's not just going to go up a little bit. It's going to go up pretty massively. So the companies I know that are connected to silver in the market is I do have a couple. You got AG. So you got AG and SIL. What's the whole? Wait. I'm way better with numbers than I am with letters, unfortunately. It's the Silver Trust. Oh, come on, Stacks. SLB. Really? So if you guys are looking for an investment that not everybody is all chasing and you worrying about them possibly
You said
halting it,
SLB?
well, even though, yes, SLV, that's silver on, you can trade silver. That's the trust. And then you got AG, which is more connected to the company. So let's see what it's looking like. So yeah, they just took a nice little dip. They're showing a nice W pattern, showing that they're ready to do a nice pull up. That's on the 15-minute. Yeah, they all dipped it as low as they can to get in there, all pile in, and they're about to take this one out of here, guys. They're about to take it out of here. Now, I don't know what the normal velocity of that movement is because you're talking about a stock that's $25 as opposed to me talking about stocks at 40, 50 dollars. They move a lot more than something that's at $25. So it's not going to have the same it's not going to have the same amount of upside, but still upside all in all, which is where we make money when things go up. Well, we can make money when they go down too, but that's for another day. So right there, just do me a favor, pull up AG too, because maybe that one is a little more affordable. Anybody that's in Forex, check out silver. It pays out very well. And where's that one? Showing the same exact, you see that same exact chart basically. Showing the same W, everything. just a little cheaper. And what company is that? First Majestic Silver Corporation. So that's more directly tied in. So you got the larger company, which was the first one we seen, the trust, where they're buying different companies that are connected to silver, and you're taking the ride as long as those companies are doing well. And then you got this company that's a little more narrowed in, that's an actual silver company that's taking the same ride, but has the potential to probably do a little more because it doesn't have to worry about all the other silver companies possibly dragging it down or slowing it down. So that's why I like to go a little more direct than doing an ETF because the ETF is not going to have the same type of growth, unfortunately. So, all right. So on to my brother Cal. Cal, you still here? Let me double check.
Cloud.
I can't see if Cal's here. You know what? Let's check TCHH. I just noticed when I went to go look for Cal. Sorry. Just pull up TCHH so I can see tell his brother if that was a pump it up or not.
T.
TCHH. Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's when you know, guys. When the chart looks like that, run, run, run away. Okay, guys. When you see a chart like that, run away. Unless that's like a company you work for and they gave you like 50,000 shares or something. That is not something you want to trade. Now turn that into 15 minutes. Or is that 15 minutes or is that the day? 15 minutes. Oh my goodness, that's just crazy. Pull it into the 4 hours. It's too choppy even in 15 minutes. Pull back a little. Like move it like it's going back, like we're going back in time. Yeah, it looks like they pump and dump it every now and then. That's on the 4 hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pull it back to the daily. Let me see what the daily look like. See, I need an overview of this one because it's so choppy in there. I can't see. Yeah, it looks like they do it every now and again. You see those quick spikes? You see those quick spikes, Big U? That just come out of no. Oh my goodness, they caught a good one that time, huh? My goodness, what they take it up to?
0.008.
And what is it? What does it normally sit at?
0.00002.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Like it's so much. Yo, my goodness, Big U. If you would have caught that one, bro, you would have caught that one. That would have been mammoth. That little runner right there, that other spike is another one. Whenever you see that wick right there, Big U, and you don't see any market, you don't see the green or you don't see the red, all you see is just one stick sticking up. That's somebody doing something up there, like making a quick run. That was a quick run to make as much money as they could, and the market just quickly lost confidence because they knew whatever that number is, that 0.002 is a new threshold down there. And when it crossed that threshold, everybody, this don't belong here, and then quickly it crashed. Just that fast.
Yeah, this thing is ugly to look at.
Oh, it's disgusting, right? Remember I told you, Stacks, when you start seeing bad charts, it is gonna like make your head like make your head hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna give you a headache. But yeah, I don't know what you're doing with that one, Big U. I don't know if you're holding that for the long term, my brother, but I'm sure if they pumped it before, they'll pump it again. So I would wait for the next pump that you get and jump your butt out of there. And they showing you a nice level because you see how perfect that number is, that 2000. You can go ahead and just set your sell limit right there. They'll be back. You hear me? If that's enough to get you out of it, if it's not, then you gotta wait until they do that miraculous one that they did when it was 0.008. That one was miraculous. So I guess Cal's no longer with us, so that's cool. All right. So let's talk though, guys. Let's talk what we have the capability to do right now. Okay. So anybody that's been on the call since I've started understands that we are sitting in a financial revolution. This is the time where people are going to either adapt or they're going to go against the grain or they're going to become very wealthy and actually change whatever they see around them because they have the potential to do so. And the only reason why I see this, and I see this so perfectly, is because ever since we've seen the economic downturn for us fighting this pandemic, right? We saw all of this money start piling into the market, right? Me personally not being aware that it was us, the people, that was piling it in. And we are literally came to a position in this market where we actually have a voice, a true voice, not a voice that dies when the police officers come and tell us to be quiet, all right? Not a voice that can be simmered. This voice right here not only can make change, but it will take their change right out their pockets. You understand? And it's happening as you speak. As we speak right now, there's money being depleted from people that you can't even imagine, and they couldn't imagine it happening neither. And it's happening only because us, the people, are coming together and saying, you know what? No longer will we sit here and be taken advantage of. We're going to put our own money to work for us, just like you guys have been working our money this entire time. So if you got $1,000 in the bank right now, take 100 of it and try what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, they're big mad, 777. Big mad. Big mad. Big mad. And you know what the worst part of it? Worst part of it is these are the only ones you can see. This is what they're willing to show you. Remember that. If somebody's telling you a lie, right, and you catch them in a lie, just picture how many times they've lied to you already. You understand? Just picture it. Just like somebody that's driving a car and they like to speed, right? When the cop pulls him over and gives him a ticket, you know why he don't feel bad about giving him a ticket? Because he knows in order for me to catch this guy speeding, he needs to be speeding pretty often for this to occur, right? Unless you have that rare instance where the guy's in a rush. But normally, he just caught a speeder. Same thing, just like when you catch somebody that's a liar. The same thing, we just caught these corporations who are liars, right? They're literally sitting here lying to the people. They've been misdirecting you guys from these stocks. They're telling you not to buy in. They're telling you that they're going to fall down and all these various things. Well, to that I say Tesla. Easy. You want to understand it? Go understand Tesla. Tesla, in the matter of 1 year, went from $70 to $800, and it had nothing to do with institutions. It had everything to do with the people and the belief. Because if you know anything about a Tesla fanboy, they're next level. Okay? Tesla fanboys are absolutely next level. They do everything within their power. Okay? Everything within their power to get behind Tesla and everything it does. And when they did it, they drove even people that were in the market that normally wouldn't even be concerned with a Tesla, and they sparked our interest. And once everyone became interested, you've seen what interest does to a stock. You see what it does. It took it up 1,000%. 1,000%. So what you're really looking for in the market is you're looking for stocks that peak. You're looking for things that you can take to the next level. You're sitting in a position right now that can change your entire life. Doge, I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you because I know a lot of my people are going to be coming to me from Doge. A lot of people are going to start coming from Doge, however you like to say it. A lot of you guys are going to be coming from that direction, and I'm glad to see you. I'm here to help you in this market. Don't believe that Doge is the only opportunity you have right now. There are so many. Listen, I have about at least 15 stocks in my portfolio that have done anywhere from 100 to 400, 500, 700, 800%, all from knowing what people are interested in. Okay? Yes, I know a little bit of technical analysis. Yes, I can read a chart, but it all starts with interest. The same way Doge coin $2 to $1 created an Instagram page because he believes in it, right? Is the same way people were creating Instagram pages for little companies that you never even heard about, Doge, right? There's all of these little things that are popping up, and us, the people, we're driving it. And it's up to you now to say, okay, if there's more than Doge, what else is there? Well, you got a lot. You got Stacks, who was just telling you about what was that? That was BlackBerry, right, Stacks? So we were just in BlackBerry that just did a 70% run up in one day. You got BlackBerry. You got Nokia that's sitting patiently waiting to run up big too. You got AMC that's sitting at $13, $14. You have the potential to possibly take that stock anywhere to $500 to $1,000. I literally sat there and observed 500,000 in volume, guys. 500,000 in volume of $500 sitting on AMC right now. And I know you guys don't really know what that means, but that just means there's people willing to buy AMC stock at $500. So right now, if you can figure a way to jump in, oh, you better figure it out. Oh, Lewis, I just told you what I think of it. There are literally orders sitting as we speak. They're going to be regenerated first thing 4 a.m. They're going to be sitting there. And if you get access to level two is just where you're able to see what orders are coming in. You're going to be able to see that there's 500,000 orders sitting at $500 and there's 500,000 orders sitting at $1,000. That's how GameStop got there. You understand now, Lewis? GameStop got there because people like you, Lewis, say, I'm not willing to sell my GameStop stock until it reaches $500. And you went inside your little app and said, I'm going to put a sell limit that I'm willing to sell GameStop only when it reaches $500. And instead of it just being you, Lewis, it was that guy, this guy, that guy, and now we're at thousands, possibly millions. And you're sitting in the middle of it. And you have the potential to either A, pull, or you have the potential to say, hey, maybe this guy doesn't really know what he's saying. I'm telling you, if you do enough due diligence on your own after you get off this call and just start looking around and say, okay, is there really like a mass entrance into the market? I'm telling you, there is. There's a mass entrance. And guess who's not being a part of it? It's us. It's people from our communities that have zero interest in the market because we think money, right, can grow on our feet. We think money can grow in our bank. People, we have the potential to change our sons' or daughters' lives, guys. You have the potential now. I literally just finished reading an article where a gentleman invested $48,000. Listen to me, guys. $48,000. 48, just 48. I'm sorry, I'm lying. I think it was 53,000 and turned it into 48 million. Okay? And I may have those numbers switched around. But either way it goes, wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Wouldn't you want to be a part of that? My lady decided to take $10, okay, and put it in Dogecoin when I was just a crazy man in April, when I decided to kind of like turn my mind completely off from what I've been doing for the last 12 years and focus it completely on this market and motivating people along with me and getting them to where I believe we can be if we moved as one unit in the market, right? So since I've been doing that, she decided, you know what, I'm gonna just put a little money in this Dogecoin because he told me that, markets don't have anything to do with trends and anything like that. It's all about interest. And if people are interested, eventually it's gonna pop. Well, guess what it ran up to? She ran it up to $175 on the first run when it was at about 4 cents on Dogecoin, right? Then she saw it at $406 when it went up to 8.5 cents. $10, people. $10. I had 200, and I'm not going to boast and tell you what I had. It's unnecessary. But I just told you what $10 did. $10 turned to $400 in this time. Reason being, because the same way we can make anything on the internet become viral, right, is the same way we can make anything in the market become viral. We just are figuring it out now. Us as a people, they were starting to get close. They were starting to see like, oh, whoa, this Tesla thing, What's going on with this Tesla thing? Why is this thing getting away from us? We got every analyst telling them that the price should drop. Right now, you can pull up any sheet and they'll tell you that the market value is 300, right? That the stock should be only worth 300. When I can tell you right now, we're going at $1,000. We're going at 1,000 plus. So you gotta understand that their whole goal is to keep us away from the money. So since we set the trend already, we are the trend, y'all. We create the trends. We are IG. We are Twitter. We are TikTok. We are every single last one of them. You already perusing. You're already looking through these things. You already look at it. Open your eyes. Open them. So now I'm going to go back into something 777 said because she made a decent point. So a lot of people that even have any type of idea about what's going on said, "Oh, the vaccines are going to be dispensed, so maybe there's a way for me to make some money off of the vaccines." Well, I'm going to tell you, the problem with the vaccines are the vaccines had a they brought they brought an option on the vaccines before the vaccines were ever made. So an option basically says no matter how much this item is, I'm giving you a contract that says I want to pay this particular amount for it. So say the vaccine is worth $10. If you and I sign a contract for $2, no matter if it's 10, 15, 20, I have an agreement with you that says I get those same vaccines for $2. Well, the government did that contract with every last one of those pharmaceutical companies. All right. So that means that that price is locked and steady. They probably already have the money. Okay. That's how they were able to do the R&D and get through the whole FDA approvals because that money had already got dispersed once the government started seeing them get closer and closer and closer to it. So with that being said, you're not going to pay for a vaccine. I'm not going to pay for a vaccine, and it's going to be free. It's going to be dispersed to the public. Is that true or false? Anybody that's thinking about it, have you seen that? Do you know that you won't pay for the vaccine if you decide to take it? There's no cost for that, okay? So if there's no cost, we can't make no money off of that, but we can make money off of where will those vaccines be dispersed at? What places? What places will you find those vaccines? So if you go look around, you'll notice that those vaccines are in places like CVS, Walmart, Walgreens. So that means that all 330 million people, you can split that in half, and let's say 150 million people decide they want to get the vaccine. They all going to be traipsing to CVS, Walgreens, Walmart. What do you think happens to CVS and Walgreens price when they get all of that new traffic? The price shoots up to the sky. So those are the type of things that you're looking for around the vaccine. You want to look for who is going to be the one that's going to distribute the vaccine to those different Walgreens and CVS's because they're going to get a surge in distribution orders and they're going to start making money, right? So we look for those avenues and we get on them and we walk up and down those streets and try and make money over and over and over again. For instance, such as Dogecoin. Dogecoin, right? I told the people on the night that Doge was surging that it was trying to get to 10 cents, and by 1 a.m. it would be at its highest price, and you need to get out before 3. Well, literally at 11:45 it saw its highest price, and by 3 it had fell down to where it was literally 50-60% from where it was originally. So that's only by knowing my market time, knowing what things do, knowing that people go to sleep, knowing that no matter how much energy it is, if the West Coast is now sleeping and the East Coast is sleeping, the energy in the market that all those people bought, they can't continue to drive the Doge up. And now that's when the people that are the sellers and they know that you guys are waking up and finding out that Dogecoin is the next thing to invest in, is when they take the price and bring it all the way down and make sure that people like you and I don't get an opportunity to get involved. Because we say, oh, you see what happened? The price went all the way up, and now it's all the way down. I would have lost all my money. Yeah, you would have lost all your money if you weren't paying attention to the time. You would have. But if you would have paid attention to the time, you would have secured profit and moved right along like everyone else. Thank you, Callum. Callum, you ready to join session? I want you to do a little Forex, man. A little Forex chat, but I want you to start with silver, and you can take one or two things and talk about whatever you want, Cal. Is that cool? Just tap me up if you're cool. But like I'm saying, guys, so you pay attention to these vaccine things, that anything that's around it. Pay attention to the things that are connected to it. Like I was just telling my team, well, I didn't even get a chance to tell them because now I got to share these things with you all at one time. So I go to my barber and I see that they have a thermometer connected to the hand sanitizer. So the very moment you go to sanitize your hand, it scans your body for its temperature. The company's name was Renault. Put it in the chat for me if you got it. We're going to spell it all together. Renoir, Renault, or Renault, or Renard. Renoir. Don't worry about it, Kyle. If you can't get on, we do it later. So Renoir. You want to try and look that company up and see what you can find. It's a possibility that that company might have some government contracts, or it has a parent company that's going to start benefiting if that company does get contracts. Don't you think people want to have the ability for you to get your hands sanitized and your temperature checked all in one motion? Absolutely. You don't got to guess. You don't got to guess, guys. So when you're looking for these companies, you just want to have your eyes open. When you see things trending on the internet and you see it trending #1 on Instagram, trending #1 on IG, go research. Put it up in your phone. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Put it up in your phone and research it. Take the time, take a little 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then come back to me. Right? And I'll show you how you can start navigating it and understanding it. Okay, is this something I can make money on in the market? Or maybe this might lead me to some money in the market. Okay? Because what we like to do in this market is keep the money moving, right? So we diversify, we go to different locations. And with us having this many eyes on the market, because currently there's about 7 of us in my group, right? And with 7 pairs of eyes or 14 eyes on the market at one time, it's very beneficial, if you can imagine. And as we continue to grow, there'll be 20, there'll be 100, and there'll be 500. And as people continue to scout these things out, it's going to be very easy for us to make money in the market, as long as we get behind the things we believe in. We don't just jump in just to do a pump and dump, because if you pump and dump, you see what happened when we looked at that chart. You end up looking like you're the man one moment and then being back to trying to find a job the next. So you want to definitely go into things that you truly believe in, things that you can envision being disruptive to the market. Because if it's not going to change the market, it's not going to grow in the market. If it's not going to disrupt the market, more than likely it won't grow the market. So that's why you hear about a company like Uber, because it disrupted the market. That's why you hear about Etsy, because it disrupted the market. That's why you hear about Square, because it disrupted the market. Amazon, and so on and so forth. Until you disrupt the market, you are not truly a brand. Tesla is a brand because it disrupted the market. That's simple, guys. So you're looking for those disruptions. Once you find those disruptions, I'll teach you how to build an analysis around it and determine, okay, is this a long-term strike for me, or is this a short-term strike? But what you got to do is you got to stay tuned, and you got to take the time, and you got to believe in yourself, and you got to take time to learn. It's not going to be as hard as you think. I got people that sometimes the light starts going off in 1 week, 2 weeks, some people 3 months. It depends on you. I can't promise you're going to learn up overnight, but I promise you will earn while you learn, because we're going to make sure of it, because we, as a team, we try to only feed each other the most premium cuts of meat possible. We don't feed each other any garbage food here. So when we're talking about it, it's because it's something we believe in, and we bring it to one another, thus bringing it to you. So I'm going to check out, and I appreciate anyone that took the time to listen and stick with me this whole time, right? If you need me for anything, tap in, send a message, follow me on Twitter, because all day long I'm dropping strategies. I'm telling you where to trade, what price to buy it in, what price to sell it in. Follow me. I got you. This advice is free. I'm not charging nobody for anything. You have a good one. Peace and blessings. And most importantly, love for the Father, God Almighty. Amen to all of you. Peace.